sound infrastructural foundation is the key to overall socio-economic development of a state. This acts as a magnet for attracting additional investment into a state and thus provides a competitive edge to it over other states. Availability of adequate and efficient infrastructural setup not only promotes rapid industrialization but also improves the quality of life of the people. One then can safely say that the role of infrastructure in spearheading economic development of a country or state and also setting its pace can hardly be overemphasized. This explicitly explains why the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, is determined to develop infrastructure across the state. With many ongoing broad projects in major parts of the state, this government believes that good road infrastructure will provide access to employment, social health and education services that will help in fighting against poverty. For these reasons, road infrastructure is the most important of all public assets. Ajia town in Onwara local government area of Oyo State is about to witness an unprecedented development as the government has declared its readiness to address the bad road network that has limited the growth and development of that area, despite the fact that the Ibadan local airport located at Alaafin is sited along that axis. It all began in October 2019 when Governor Makinde attended an event organized by the people of Ajia. The request was placed before the governor. The people wanted him to govern with integrity and pay attention to the welfare of the people. They requested for the construction of the Bad Ajia Road, as this will open opportunities for road users as well as aid transportation of farm produce in and out of the region. Governor Makinde gave the nod, and not only that, he assured that he was already in talks with the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria on how to upgrade the Alaafin Airport, Ibadan, to ensure that those traveling to Osun-Ekiti and Ondo will not need to get to Lagos before boarding flights. This was a welcome development to the people. Known for its prowess in farming, the people and residents of Ajia town say the bad road network has discouraged many farmers from transporting their produce to the town.
Èrè tá a lè jẹ ń bẹ̀ kò jí pé nǹkan orúkọ tá a bá rí ń bí yóò easy fún wa láti gbé kọjá through the airport. Jí pé ká ṣe máa rẹ̀gìmàrò máa gbadégbà yìí ṣe máa lọ ìgboro. Tí wọ́n bá ní ṣe láti ibi boundary airport yẹn kọjá sí ibi easy access ní farm products ni ó máa dé ìgboro. Easy transportation fáwọn èèyàn náà kò ní ná wọn wàhálà débi wípé bàbá tí ìdúró de ọ̀kadà àlè dé ibi tá à ń lọ. Ọkọ̀ wà láti bí sí airport tolu Adégbàyí àbí Ìyànà Àgbàlá.
À ń ṣe epo ní ìlú Àjíà, a sì ń dáko, à ń ṣe gààrí tí wọ́n ń dì lápòlápò tí wọ́n wà ń rà. Àmọ́ ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò rí ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n fi máa wá kó. Tí gómìnà bá ti wá bá ní ṣe títì ní ìsìn, a lè máa rí ọkọ̀ tí ó máa wá kó gbogbo nǹkan wa tí a máa tà. Bá a bá ṣe epo tán, à ń ké sanlẹ̀ tó yẹ pé a lọ rí ìta nígboro kò sọ́kọ̀, a lè máa rọ́kọ̀ tí ọmọ wa bá yẹn kú tó bá ti bá ní ṣe títì.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí a ní níbí tí ọjà tá a ní bí báwọn ọlọ́jà bá fẹ́ wá wọ́n ń sá padà gbàtọ́ náà dáa. Gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ ká kó lọ gbòòrò ká rérè ń bẹ̀ gbàtọ́ náà dáa kò sí kó lọ. Tí wọ́n bá ní ṣe gbogbo ọ̀nà yìí pátápátá inú wọn má dùn pọ̀ o torí pé èrè oko tí ń bẹ ń bí ó pọ̀ àwọn nǹkan tí ń wọlé síbí ó pọ̀ nígbà tí ò sọ́nà. Bọ́jọ́ bá rọ̀ ní ìsìn àwọn ọlọ́jà wa wọ́n sá padà ní. Àwọn ọkọ̀ tó ń kọjá ń bí tí wọ́n ń lọ tí wọ́n ń bọ̀ báwọn tírélà yẹn bí wọ́n bá kó sìmẹ́ǹtì wá wọ́n wọlé ẹni tó bá lọ sọ́nà yìí ní ìsìn tó lóun fẹ́ lọ já yánà àgbàlá ni òun fẹ́ lọ jádégbà yìí ni kò sí gómìnà náà sì mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà márùn-ún lọ́wọ́ àjíà yìí níbi nǹkan èrè oko sì ti ń wá ni.
Few months after this promise, Governor Makinde is back to Ajia town to kickstart the construction of 21-kilometer airport Ajia New Ife Road, which had hitherto been a pain in the neck for the residents.
We are glad to be part of the success story in Oyo State, and I want to express our sincere appreciation and gratitude to His Excellency, Engineer Seyi Makinde, FNMC, for providing a living environment for business and investment to thrive. One of the indices of rating governments all over the world is the ease of doing business. We are privileged to have done business in many parts of the Federation, and I want to sincerely say that the environment in Oyo State is second to none. And this is because the system under the leadership of His Excellency has been empowered to run seamlessly with the highest level of discipline and dedication. We want to again assure His Excellency and the good people of Oyo State that by the grace of God, this project will be delivered within the next 18 months, and we shall keep to the best practices and engineering standards.
The works to be executed on these roads include clearing, earthworks, provision of hydraulic structures, line drains, culverts, and two-span bridge works. The road will have a pavement made of lateritic sub-base, crushed stone base material, 50 mm asphalt binder course, and 40 mm asphalt concrete wearing course. At this juncture, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of this Center State, the People's Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, for his vision and commitment to the realization of the construction of Airport Road to Ajia to New Ife Express Road with spot to Amundoko Road.
Remember, today, the airport was the past. Leaders in the West, whatever you do today is part of the history of the West. And Seyi Makinde can always be remembered as one of the foremost leaders of the West. So when he speaks, please listen to him, not because he's saying something new, but because he's remembering history and he's consequently making history not only for himself, but for the people of the West.
Governor Makinde, while addressing the people, took time to explain that the 21-kilometer road construction being launched was a product of the administration's strategic way of reducing the state's infrastructure deficit, which is known as the Alternative Project Funding Approach, APFA. He explained that the APFA approach through many projects will be executed in the state, and it is the administration's way of funding some infrastructural projects in the state by having the contractors fund the projects with their own money while the state repays them over a period of time.
If we are to put our country back on the path of economic growth, we must strategize on how to increase our spending on infrastructure. Because what we collect from Abuja every month from the federal allocation is not even enough to pay the salaries. So, a new strategy on how to increase our spending on infrastructure is what we are doing here in Oyo State. The 21-kilometer airport Ajia New Ife Express Road with a spot to Amuloko, which we are here to flag off today, is a result of our administration coming up with strategic ways of reducing our infrastructure deficit. We call it Alternative Project Funding Approach, APFA. As I explained during the budget signing last week, AFA is our way of funding some infrastructural projects in the state by having the contractors fund the project with their own money, while the state repays them over a period of time. What this entails is that the contractor carries the project risk. At the same time, we get quality delivery and quick completion of projects. And so for projects under AFA, because of the nature of spending on the project, we decided that it would be best to open the bidding process a little more so that contractors outside of Oyo State can bid as well. We reached this decision because we are looking for private entities who have the wherewithal to complete the project on schedule while at the same time passing the test of quality assurance.
According to Governor Makinde, the airport Ajah road costs more per kilometer and the 65-kilometer Seyi road because there are more hydraulic structures on the airport Ajah road than the Seyi road, and a lot of expansion and rehabilitation will be done on the bridges here.
Permit me also to use this opportunity to readdress the criticism that trailed the cost of this contract. Some people had asked why the airport Ajah road costs more per kilometer than the Seyi road. Let me restate that when we want to make such comparisons, we should ensure that we are comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. One of the roads may appear longer, but when you visit the site, you will find that the airport Ajah road has more hydraulic structure. So we'll be embarking on expansion and rehabilitation of these bridges.
The event also afforded the governor the opportunity to address the criticisms trailing the announcement of the 100 billion naira bond issuance by the state. The governor said the administration was ready to retrieve the billions of the state's funds looted by officials of the previous administration to develop the state's infrastructure.
Ìjọba tí wọ́n ṣe fọ́dún mẹ́jọ every time tó bá lọ sí iṣẹ́ láàárọ̀ tó wà lágbárí wọn ní pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ pa 1 billion sápò ara wa for the month. So wọ́n pa 1 billion every month fún 96 months. That is 96 billion owó Ọ̀yọ́ State tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ṣé ẹ sọ fún wọn pé EFCC Ọ̀yọ́ State ṣì ń bọ̀? Ṣé wọ́n ti lọ sórí rédíò ni wọ́n máa kà fún wa nínú ilé láìpẹ́ yìí? Tó gbogbo ibi tí owó Ọ̀yọ́ State bá wà, á wá jáde, á gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn, á sì máa fi ṣe irú ọ̀nà yìí àti other infrastructure.
To these residents, it's a new dawn. Life is gradually coming to this part of town in Oyo State.
Since you have been saying, Governor, we've never seen somebody like you. You are not like others. You are better than others. So, independable, as Seyi man. So courageous, this Seyi man. So sincere, this Seyi man. A man who make promise and you fulfill it. You are a great man in our midst. You came late, first you come forth. We raise you as the first of all others.
Yóò ràn gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́ tá a tiẹ̀ mọ tó ń lọ àmọ́ bọ̀ àmọ́ gbọ́jà lọ wọ́n mọ wá rà wọ́n mọ tà gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ra wọn kan tí ò lọ mọ ṣẹ́ṣẹ́ gan tí ọmọ ìjà sẹ́yìn mọ̀ pé títí bá ti dà kò sí ní téèyàn ò lè dánwò òun gàrí ó gbé gbéyàn dákàrà lásán kó dé pọpọ́ọ̀fù owó náà ni ó fi mọ pàǹgbọ̀nà bá ti dà kò síbi tá a lè lọ kò síbi tá a lè dé torí inú wa sàǹdọ̀ gan ni kọ́lọ́ mọ̀ bá náà wá jẹ́.
The 21-kilometer airport Ajah New Ife Express Road with spur to Amuloko was awarded to Messrs Peculiar Ultimate Concerns Limited at a total cost of 8,520,919,776 naira 41 kobo. When this road is completed, It will no doubt open up another level of development for not just the people and residents of Onara local government area, but for all and sundry, as this will attract more investors to Oyo State. Community policing in Nigeria was launched as a pilot scheme by the Nigeria Police in 2004 to help fight crime in the society, especially at the grassroots level. Since then, community policing as a concept is fast gaining ground in Nigeria, especially among the police. While the Nigeria Police Force is used to the traditional model of policing, where authorities are centralized and police only respond to call for service, in contrast, community policing believes that powers and responsibility of policing the neighborhood should be shared between the police and the community. The operations of community policing is therefore not a new phenomenon in Oyo State when Governor Seyi Makinde took up the job as the governor. And at every occasion, Governor Makinde harps on the intention of his administration to ensure a safe Oyo State.
It is our priority to ensure that both indigenous and settlers living within the boundaries of our various states can carry out their legitimate activities in a secure environment.
Achieving a safe Oyo State necessitated the need to inaugurate the Community Policing Advisory Council in Oyo, CPAC. One after the other, dignitaries walked into the government house for the inauguration. The Alaafin of Oyo, Ogbomoso III, the Olubado of Ibadan land, Obasali Wadetunji, representatives of the Council of Obas, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Department of Research and Planning, Force Headquarters, Yebadi, service commanders of security agencies, religious leaders, community leaders with representatives from the Hausa and Igbo communities, among others, were on ground for the event. The Deputy Inspector General of Police, Department of Research and Planning Force Headquarters, Yebadi, who stood in for the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, acknowledged that with full implementation of community policing across states, there will be reliance on public partnership, intelligence gathering, and inter-multi-agency collaboration to mitigate the security challenges currently confronting the nation. Noting that activities of the committees will be cascaded down to localities, it charged the members of the various community policing committees to work with vigilantes, hunters, and locals to aid with intelligence gathering and arresting criminals.
It is obvious that the present security challenges in part of this country has proved reasonable that security certainly cannot be left in the hands of the police and other sister agencies alone. It is on that note that on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, I stand here to humbly and earnestly ask for your support. We cannot do it alone. We ask for your support for cooperation and collaboration to enable us collectively provide the expected protection which every citizen craves.
Inaugurating the committee to be led by the Alaafin of Oyo, III, the governor stated that he has absolute confidence in the membership of the newly inaugurated council. Governor Makinde assured that the state was committed to making community policing work. He also noted that community policing was a proven option in arresting crime even while it's simmering.
I want to please urge our traditional rulers, in your domain, you have to ensure that community policing gets to the grassroots. It's not everything that we bring to Ibadan. And with some of these things, before they actually break out, it will be simmering. So once we're able to meet most of these crimes and criminal elements, once we're able to attack them at the community level, the resources at the state level can be deployed, effectively for some other things.
Noting that the state had in recent weeks grappled with killings in Akinyele local government area of the state, Makinde said community policing was crucial to rooting out such, even as he urged the committee to be fair to the people, respect human rights, and serve the interest of communities.
The community policing is not an issue for the police alone, because quite frankly, the bad boys, they are from certain homes, certain communities, and we know them.
Document relating to that is submitted.
In accepting the task, the Alaafin of Oyo, Obalamidi Adeyemi, assured that the committee will live up to the expectation of stemming the tide of insecurity in the state. He emphasized that involvement of all and sundry was the way to go in finding a solution to security challenges in the country.
I want to promise on behalf of other members that we know our responsibility and we do our best to satisfy the aspirations of those who put us in this position now, to do everything possible. Because it's an honor among the millions of the citizens of Oyo State. Few of us are selected for this task, and it's a task that must be done. I felt the minds of people here. I'm not surprised. I've worked with all government agencies, the military, every one of them. We are partners in progress in the service of this state, and we do our best to justify the excellency expectation in us.
Both the Alaafin of Oyo, Obalamidi Adeyemi, and the State Commissioner for Police, Owanchuku Enwonu, are to serve as co-chairmen of the Oyo State Community Policing Advisory Committee. Invariably, as community policing begins to gain acceptance by the police, it no doubt will reduce crime rates because the public will willingly assist the police in crime fighting.